Good evening. Next on the 10 o'clock news, getting the pest without pesticides. We'll have a report on organic farming.
And testing the gubernatorial waters and the price of moving north in Freeway to the Future.
That and more next on the 10 o'clock news.
26 KMPH, Visalia, Fresno. This is Central California's only primetime newscast. John Kessler, Janet Stoll, Ralph Wood Sports, Tom Mall's weather. This is the 10 o'clock news.
We begin tonight by taking a look at the quest for the state's top political position, that of governor. Governor Deukmejian has already indicated he no longer wants the job, and with the election a little more than a year away, a number of names are being tossed about as possible contenders, even if the name's owners have not made their intentions clear. Such is the case with Senator Pete Wilson. Today in Sacramento, a group of lawmakers and tax crusader Paul Gann held a news conference to tell us Wilson is the only real hope for a Republican gubernatorial victory in 1990. So far, they say, Wilson has the support.
Very, very strong, if not ultimately unanimous support for him to run. And we just think he's an outstanding leader, and we need him.
Politically, his decisive victory last year has shown that the electorate is solidly behind him. He's a known quantity with a strong and proven campaign organization, and he has a dedicated army of volunteers, among which we count all of ourselves.
Even though Wilson has not been publicly made aware of the draft effort, his supporters have already begun raising campaign funds. Now, on the Democratic side, State Controller Gray Davis says he's formed an exploratory campaign committee to assess his chances in the governor's race. The move is seen as a first step toward an official declaration of candidacy by the Democrat, who was Governor Jerry Brown's chief of staff and an assemblyman from West Los Angeles. Davis says he'll decide by fall whether to pursue the governorship.
A consumer protection group says we need to start utilizing a system of agriculture that does not rely on toxic chemicals. In response to many concerned consumers, the California Action Network has kicked off a safe food campaign in hopes of reducing the hazards of pesticide residue. Tracy Case reports.
Recent consumer concerns stemming from pesticide residues have increased the demand for organically grown foods showing up in Valley supermarkets. In an effort to make this food more available to consumers and to promote this type of farming to Valley growers, the California Action Network, or CAN, is taking immediate action.
And some of our specific actions are to increase the number of grocery stores selling organic foods in cities where our campaign is located, and we're in Fresno and Bakersfield, Salinas, and the Davis-Sacramento area. We're attempting to identify the bottlenecks in produce marketing systems that prevent more supermarkets from carrying organic produce and identify possible remedies. We hope to increase consumer demand for organic and safe food and to improve government regulation of pesticide residues in food.
Paul Buxman runs the Sweet Home Ranch just east of Kingsburg. He farms 40 acres of organically grown produce and says that organic farming is definitely on the rise, for he takes several phone calls a day from farmers interested in making the transition. The only hesitation, he says,